Imagine before we did the video or when I saw you in Kroger, if I had my pants sag and I was like, yeah, Shawty, I'm about to start this podcast, whatever. I'm thinking about having you on, Shawty this, Shawty this. How would you been looking at me? You looked at me like I was crazy, right?
Yes, and I wouldn't have taken you serious.
Love's got beats. Kasky on the beat.
We're going to talk about the image of women.
Oh, yes.
We're going to talk about these bonnets, these night clothes, these house shoes, like physical, like, slippers, like in the stores. I'm going to give you an example first. Imagine before we did the video or when I saw you in Kroger, if I had my pants sag and I was like, yeah, Shawty, I'm about to start this podcast, whatever. I'm thinking about having you on, Shawty this, Shawty this. How would you been looking at me? You looked at me like I was crazy, right?
Yes, and I wouldn't have taken you serious.
You look like this man is an idiot.
Yes. It does matter. It is not just something that people make up. How you present yourself, how you carry yourself is important. It really is.
Yeah, so what is we're going to start with the first question. What is the modern image of the Black woman being? How's the modern image of the Black woman being displayed? You can go with anything across the board, TV, social media, anything. How is it being displayed at this point? What's your take on it?
Well, I feel like it's rapidly changing, or it's in a place where it's trying to. But of course, with the Black woman, we are always looked at as having attitudes, being angry or being loud, extra, being like hoochies and, like dirty or fast and stuff like that. All of these different things, I think that it is starting to change, and our women are starting, to wake up and try to, better themselves in different ways. And I don't even like to say better, because I feel like, some attributes of Black women, that's just who we are. We are naturally kind of loud. We do have spunk. Yeah. We are outspoken. That is just our nature, and there is nothing wrong with that. But I think one of the the key words here is balance. It's about knowing, it's not always what you say, it's how you say it. It's nothing wrong with being assertive. It's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion, but it's how you do it. Not just talking about when you go out into the workforce or when you're talking to the white man, just period. How you speak to people matters. How you present yourself to people matters. You are your own, what's the word? Like your own PR relations. Like that is, you are your own personal relations person. You have to know, what do I want people, especially depending on what you do. So, me, if I want to go into influence and being a YouTuber and stuff like that, how I carry myself off the camera still matters. Like I can't be, I'm college and stuff like that, but I can't be at parties, standing on tables, bending over, drinking and all that kind of stuff, in the store, dressed any kind of way. But then when I get on camera, I'm expecting people to take me serious, or to, to take my messages and my words serious and really listen to it. So yeah, those things, of being loud, attitudes, obnoxious, and all that kind of stuff are, labels that have been put on women. And even the thing with like the bonnets and all that kind of stuff. Just for me personally, I don't believe in the stepping out the house in the bonnets or the pajamas or the house shoes, because again, your image matters. Now, what people were saying, if you go into a performance early in the morning, you hopping on a flight or something like that, that's fine. I get that, because I've been there. I was a dancer in high school, so I know how that goes. But just you going out for the whole day, you going to the mall, you going to Walmart, doing your grocery shopping, and you walking around, with a bonnet, or with you don't have a bra on or whatever. And see, I don't even like to go there for, because that's
yes, go there for. I just saw earlier.
Such a sensitive thing for people now, where it's just like, men cannot wear a bra and it doesn't matter. But it's just like, I hate to say, but it's different. We have to be honest. That is different. Men do not have breasts. So they can not wear shirts and all that, things that show, but that's just not what we can do. And I think so many people have just tried to change that and don't want to be real, that things are different for different, for the different genders and stuff like that. But yeah, me personally, I don't agree with the whole bonnets outside of the house for long periods of time types of thing. Pajamas, that's something that just my mama never allowed, because you just never know who you will meet, who you will run into, where you'll end up when you leave the house. So dress, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, and you ain't got to, no surprises if you are presentable and dressed nicely, especially with people with social media being so prevalent now. And then of course, it's just a huge people that are social media influencers and stuff. You just have to be mindful of how you represent your brand and who you are.
Okay, let me get into the point to where you made about about the dressing and all of that, and how the way you present yourself. We're not saying that you have to go out the house all the time with your Sunday best. No, you can dress down and be comfortable, but it's a difference between dressing down and just dressing and leave, and just getting up and leaving the house. Like, you literally had that when you were asleep, had it on you were asleep. And we can tell, we see it. Like, I saw a picture of this girl that went to high school with me. It went viral like last week, I want to say. This girl had on literal pajamas. Like, she had on the pajamas set head to toe. And when they took a picture of her and was like, where's Mon'ique when we need her? She commented up on it talking about, y'all must gonna buy my clothes or something like that. You mean to tell me you don't have like $3 or $4 for a $4 t-shirt at Walmart or something? Like, it's you can dress down. I mean, what's so hard about, if you got out the bed with your pajamas on, walk the house, more than likely you didn't wash your body, you didn't brush your teeth, you didn't wash your face, you didn't get the eye boogers out, you didn't clean your ears, and that is just so filthy to me. My nose is going to be embarrassed by the smells that's coming off of you.
Yeah, you do be mindful. And honestly, like I said, I try not to indulge too much in people's lives because I don't know people's lives. Now, everybody can't use the excuse that, they don't have the money and all that, because that's not the case for everybody. Because sometimes I think we got to use that as an excuse, and try to pull that, you gonna buy my stuff, and everybody wants to try to say, you don't know their life and you don't know what's going on at home, and yada, yada, yada. Sometimes we do. It's just like, let's just be for real. Sometimes we do know that people have better than this and can do better than that. They're just choosing not to. But I try not to indulge too heavily in it. Like, when the whole bonnet thing went down, I didn't make any comments on like Instagram or social media or anything like that, because just people are so sensitive now. And again, being somebody that is on social media and trying to become like an influencer, I try to be careful of the things that I say. But I also am going to be honest with my opinion. How you present yourself is important, and you can't just walk out of the house any kind of way. Yes, you can dress down, you can dress comfortable, wear your sweatpants, your oversized t-shirts and all that kind of stuff, but make sure it's still presentable. Yes, make sure that you look like you wash your face and you brush your teeth, that you moisturize and all of that. Make sure that you looking presentable. That's what it's about. Presentable.
It's all about presentability. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, not being funny, but they wouldn't have made like pajamas and like day clothes if there was not meant to be a differentiation between them and when you wore them. We literally know pajamas are made to sleep in, and then you have your day clothes. So they wouldn't have made two different types of clothing if they were, you could wear anything, anytime, anywhere. So
yeah. People are just, and my whole thing about the image is, what if somebody can get inspiration out of seeing how raggedy you look? Maybe they go make a skit about you, or maybe they make an animation and it's based off of you. Like, what if the girl that went viral that was from a high school, somebody make a whole cartoon off of the way she looking and use her character, and just by looking at her, they make some type of judgment and present this woman not only how the way she looked, what she had on, but also gave her all of the negative stereotypes that come behind it. You don't want to. Yeah. You don't want to be in their boat. I don't want you. It's to the point to where it's like laziness, I think, because I was at the park. I'm going to preface this by saying one more thing. I was at the park and I saw this girl. She was with her mom. She had on, decent clothes, but she was in the park with ring curls in her head. And it's like, but why though? Even if you had an event afterwards, you didn't have to come to the park with your ring curls on, right? I should do that. But You got anything else to say? I know you can't go too much longer now than now.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like some people, I think everybody wants to have this thing of liberation and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we also just have to be honest, just I know that's a big thing in our society. Let people do what they want. Don't care about what people think about you. But that is important. Again, you never know who you may see. And some people may take that whole you never know who you may run into thing as, oh, I don't care who see me like this. But you never know if somebody at the store that you eventually try to go get a job with, and this is a manager or, a director over a company that you interview for or something. You just never know. And people remember those things, and how you present yourself matters, and it can, cause you to miss out on opportunities and stuff like that. So you do have to be mindful of how you carry yourself. I don't care what anybody say. People can get offended, but that's just the truth. And people do make judgments. And I'm not saying care what people think about you, but if we just gonna be honest, people do, like you said, making up negative stereotypes and stuff like that, or following, and saying that, oh, I guess it is true about Black women that they this and that because she was in Walmart looking like this. It's just like, we know it happens. Is it a good thing? No, but it's reality as well. So
Right.
that's my thing. How you
Just
present.
just like we hold men accountable for sagging and all of this thing and all of these things, women gotta hold other women accountable too for how the way they dress. And you can't be in your feelings because if you got the money, you're not in some South African tribe. You got on pajamas. If you got pajamas on, I'm pretty sure you bought that or you were gifted that. Somebody either need to gift you some more clothes or you need to spend your money to buy you something decent in public. And I'm pretty sure people have it. Pretty sure people just don't think, they just don't care. And it's like this. I don't like how the way it embarrasses all of us. You are representing me and the people. Like I said, you don't have to be dressed up. You don't have to be dressed up, but you can be dressed appropriate. And the image is everything. How the way you dress, how the way you present yourself, what you speak, how the way you speak, how the way you talk to people, how the way you treat people. Is not only first. The first impression is the dress. The next impression is how the way your character. And if my whole thing is what's on the inside manifests on the outside, the way you look, present how the way you present yourself is going to limit your opportunities because most people know if they looking like this, more than likely they think some type of way, and it's almost nine out of 10 times is correct. What manifests on the inside is going to project itself on the outside. You got anything else to say with that, real quick?
Oh, that's very true. Like they say, when you look good, you feel good. And, when you have high self-esteem and you care about how you look, you care about how you look. And that is a good point. And it is important to make sure that you carry yourself properly. Simply as that.